They'll start on the ground here on first down.
To about the 40-yard line.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Now a 2nd and 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 24. 36 yards on the play. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things out.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. And you look at this Saints defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Cousins. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. The Vikings coming in looking for win number 6 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. 2nd down and 3. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back near the goal line, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And now out comes Minnesota. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand. Cousins on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now Cousins. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Cousins now. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Cousins now from the 50.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Final play of the half. Cousins. He lets one go deep for Addison. And this is caught inside the 5. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.